this is Terry with your 9-star key for 2024. This is a 3 fast-growing tree year coming in. And if you want to learn how to align with the energy of 2024 so that you can manifest all that you desire, then this video is for you. And you will want to watch all the way through the end to learn how to make positive changes for the better use of this power that we will have coming in with this 3 wood star energy that will be available to us all for 2024. And at the end, I will give you some tips for how to nourish your wood element and support your growth cycle in 2024, and how to manifest with this wood dragon year. Got my little dragon here. Wood dragon year begins on the Lunar New Year's of February 10th, 2024. And this 9-star key astrology is an Eastern Chinese astrology. So it begins on the same February 10th when the Lunar New Year ushers in that wood dragon year. And this year, the mantra, I'm going to put my dragon here, the mantra for 2024 will be, we can do hard things, my friends. Especially if you are a 3 tree star, or perhaps if you are a 1 water star. You will be doing the hardest things of all. 3 star will be in the center now, and I am a 3 wood star, so I can walk you through this 3 wood star probably better than most because I know it so well. And the center stars especially will be asked to rise to this occasion, but we all will be rising energetically in this 2024 wood element, the wood element that rises, the yang energy rising on our planet. So much hot yang energy to get things done. Finally, we haven't had this much energy in a long time. So let me know in the comments if you know what star you are. And if you don't know what star you are, or even what I'm talking about, I just did a video about what is 9-star key astrology. You might want to go back and watch that just to learn a little bit more about this. And then I have a star chart in the description down below. You can look for the year that you were born and look for your star to find out what element you are. And then this is the 2024 wood star year that we will all be collectively feeling for the whole next year. And you can also look for your own personal star reading for 2024, because each of the 9 stars, we will all be traveling through our own element. And then collectively in our world, we will be ruled by this higher element of the 3 fast-growing tree energy. So then look for your star, leave it down below, and I'll give you a free mini intuitive reading. I just love to do these little mini readings. I love connecting with you guys in the comments. It's really fun. I feel like I'm getting to know each and every one of you through just doing these little mini intuitive readings. And I love to hear what stars you are and let you know what divine messages Spirit wants you to know that I can share with you. And if you are a 1 water star particularly, I hope you're watching this because you will be under that 3 fast-growing tree year. The 1 water star is traveling through the 3 fast-growing tree, just as we are collectively in our world traveling through this 3 fast-growing, but it's like the 1 water star has wood star square because you're getting the double whammy 3 wood stars. So you're really going to be feeling the energy I'm about to start talking about. And I had that last year as a 3 star. The whole world was collectively going through that 4 wood star, and I was personally going through that 4 wood star. So you really feel the energy of that wood element coming in when you have it both collectively and personally as the 1 water star will. And this year holds a special promise of benevolence. Oh, I love that word. There's an uplifting word, benevolence. Probably the most positive vibes that can come from a 3 tree star is an energy of kindness that our world so needs now, and maybe we can finally shift away from all that hate and division into a coming together with the power of love and kindness and benevolence. And this is a time where we have this glimmer of hope. We've been talking about the glimmers, looking for the glimmers instead of the triggers. And if you have had a glimmer of hope, leave it in the comments. We could all use more glimmers of hope, that we can finally make positive changes now in our world through our own good deeds. And we will all be asked to be more benevolent, to give to our communities, to volunteer any way you can, to return to an energy of love. There is this higher vibrational love energy really coming on to the planet now that we can all tap into. It's available to us all to just feel that love and spread it around in this state of benevolence that comes with this 3 wood star. And in the 9 star key, the energy of the next year begins to come in the fall, going into winter, even before it really begins the next year, which won't begin, like I said, until February 10th, 2024, when we move into that wood dragon year. And so although this new element doesn't take hold until February 10th, 2024, we're already starting to get the energy of it. And that 3 wood star really brings a determination to get things done. And as I'm a 3 tree star myself, I am feeling it, and I just had to make these 9 star key videos a little bit early so you can begin to prepare for the energy of what's coming next. I know when we get into fall, winter, I'm already thinking about the next year. I'm already thinking about making plans for my next year. So I want you guys to be able to align with the energy of what 2024 holds for you collectively and personally. So watch this video, but also watch your own personal star. When you get your star, find your star. I'm going to do readings for each and every one of the stars. And in 2024, we are shifting from 1 wood star to the next. There's 2 wood stars. We shift from that 4 wood star, that tree that bends in the wind, that 4 wood star that's so good to adapting a change. Then we have had some changing circumstances in our world, to be sure. And now we will move into this younger, buoyant spring tree. The 3 wood star continues a 2-year cycle of major growth in our world. But now the changes aren't coming so much from the external, but it's coming more from an internal desire to make changes in our world. You may be feeling like, I've just got to make a change in my life. And that's the 3. If you know 3 wood stars, I've made a lot of changes in my life. I eat change for breakfast, like Wheaties, and it just makes me stronger. Wood stars have a lot of change. We're very comfortable with change, adapting to change. And this is about changing yourself, because it all begins within. So it's those internal changes changing your own personal role in life. It's self-motivated change. Whereas the change that was happening in 2023 from that 4 wood star bending in the wind, that was more external changes. When things are happening to you to force you to change. Your car breaks down, now you got to buy a new car. That's a change that happened from an external thing of your car breaking down, now you got to go get another one. Or just things happening to you that force you to change. Just as the tree must adapt to the external circumstances like droughts, fires, storms, or insect invasion. The 4 wood star is more about the external things that cause you to change and adapt. But in the 3 wood star that we're moving into for 2024, the change comes from our own personal desire to grow forth. And we may want to do something completely different in the next year. So maybe you're craving to move to a brand new city, a brand new location, or just to start a new business or launch something brand new, a new project that you want to start. Or maybe you're even craving a new love affair or finding a new partner, or to just begin a new way forward somehow. And it all begins with an internal desire that makes you grow into something new. But it depends where you are personally with your own 9-star key. So be sure to look at the chart below in the descriptions so you can get your 9-star and follow along. So you will know what element you are personally traveling through in 2024 to guide your path forward. And you can also get a free 9-star key reading on my website, KamimiHealingArts.com. I'll put the link down below, and just sign up for my emails and I'll send you a free 9-star key reading with your main star. Or you can get an even more in-depth 9-star key reading that includes distance, Reiki, and an energy clearing to really clear the way for your progress in 2024. And this 9-star key reading includes all 3 stars, so you can see your pattern of growth with the 3 element stars. And it goes into explaining what all 3 stars mean and what you're going into for 2024. And as a 3-star myself, I know that one of the main themes of a 3 wood star year is having an agenda, a purpose. 3 stars always have to have an important purpose every day in life. And it might even be a hidden agenda that you have. You're calculating, you're thinking about doing something, but you have a plan, whether it's out in the open or it's a hidden agenda. And I am personally, as a 3 wood star, I'm trying to let go of my agendas as I age and just try to be in the moment and be present. Yet I always end up coming up with an agenda, even if I'm doing something fun. Like today, I was walking my dog. I just wanted to go for a walk right before I did these readings. And I kept seeing these magnificent flicker woodpeckers. I'm going to drop a picture of these woodpeckers in this video just so you can see. We have them here in the Northwest. We call them flickers. And it is so lucky if you can find a flicker feather. And the Native Americans would trade these flicker feathers as if they were money because they were so valuable. And when you see one, they're just so uplifting to find. And so even as I was doing something fun and relaxing before work, I was walking my dog. I started thinking, I really want to find a flicker feather. And there's an agenda. Now we have an agenda. So I just become obsessed with looking all around the ground and looking under the juniper trees, and it's becoming almost an obsession to find this flicker feather. And if you've ever been out in nature, I swear if you go out in nature looking for mushrooms, you won't find them. But if you go out in nature just to enjoy yourself, you'll find mushrooms. That's just sort of how it is. So when you're just out there without an agenda, I feel like that is when the real magic happens. So this is the balance we will have with this 3 wood star, having an agenda, but also just trying to be in the moment and surrender to the magic, right? And I'm ruminating on this idea as a 3 wood star that I need to surrender this agenda and just be in the moment. And the trees don't have an agenda to grow. They just surrender to this growth process, and they just allow the growth to take place. And it comes from somewhere deep within. The tree just grows. The tree doesn't say, I'm going to grow today. The tree just grows, right? So I really want to get back into that balance between having this purpose, this agenda, and just allowing the growth to happen, to just align with the energy, as I'm always trying to do with the 9-star key, to just align with the energy. And as I'm thinking about this, I still can't help myself from searching under every tree, rock, and leaf to say, is that a feather over there? I'm looking. And then finally, I just say, I just got to walk home and give it up, and I'll get on with my day now. And I let it go, but still kind of keeping an eye out for flicker feathers on my way home. And then when I get home and I take off my warm fuzzy hat, it was like freezing cold here in the Northwest where I live. I take off my hat, and I am not kidding you. Can you see this? Look what I found. This feather was just like this. It was attached. A feather must have fallen from the skies, or maybe because I was under the juniper trees, maybe a feather just came floating down, and there is this perfect flicker feather that was just sitting in my hat when I came home. It was just stuck in there, and I feel like Spirit's having a really good laugh at that, saying, you're trying too hard. You just need to relax and receive, and Spirit will provide when you let go of your agenda, when you quit obsessing about finding that feather and what you're searching for. You already have it, and Spirit can give it to you effortlessly without even trying. So yeah, somewhere out there, a feather fell on my beanie as I was scrolling and looking all around. So the message here is to put your intentions out. And you can have your agenda, hidden agenda, or agenda that you tell the world, whichever way. But you've also got to make a little room for the magic this year. And what if it could turn out even better than you imagine? And what if it could come to you effortlessly without you trying and searching and having such a strong agenda? And in 2024, we may all be taking on some bigger roles in life. And we are going to be growing into these new positions that we take on. Just like a tree will grow into the space that is allowed in the forest or the garden. And we may be growing into something bigger in 2024. If we can give ourselves some room to grow and just allow that process to happen without trying to control it, without trying to have that determined agenda, we can amaze ourselves with what we will accomplish this year when we allow the growth cycle to take over. And we will have a greater vision. Vision is a word that we use in the wood element. Vision, it's about your eyes and seeing things clearly. And so we have this incredible vision for our future this year. And this will be a really great year for hosting vision board parties. And maybe I will do another Lunar New Year vision board party like I did last year. It was really fun. But maybe I should do an online Zoom vision board party so everybody can join in that lives other places. But this 3 wood star rules over the season of early spring, just as the light begins to return after a long, dark winter. And the world will wake from winter's slumber that we've been under. And there is this rebirth as the grass and flowers begin to grow and bud. And there is a lot of hot yang energy in a wood element year like this. 3 wood star is the yang version, whereas the 4 wood star is the yin version of wood element. So this year is, last year we were in a wood element as well, but it was yin. It was a very relaxed and calm energy, like that tree that bends in the wind gracefully. This year, we're in a 3 yang energy, which is more like a strong cup of coffee. And that yang energy that has been stored deep within as we were hibernating all winter. Winter is that yin cycle. And now the yang energy, the other side of yin, that yang energy wants to be released in a big way. It wants to rise upward and expand outward as we branch out with this wood element. And this will be a powerful growth cycle for all of us, as we will be feeling this all of 2024. The 3 wood stars bring a hopeful energy with the yang energy that things will get better now. And our uplifting energy returns, that just like a sprout coming to the surface and reaching out, we've got this uplifting energy, and we begin to feel revitalized, rejuvenated, and ready to take on a big project again for the first time in a really long time. And there is an optimism that anything is possible now. And we can truly manifest great things with the potential that lies within a 3 wood star year. And there is this determination to succeed that reminds me of that saying, boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. The energy rises upward and bursts out of the ground with this strong creative force that is like a flower blooming out of concrete now. And this energy is like the lush green sprouts of grass that sprout up in early spring from the ground, and this bright Kelly green of that lush firstborn grass of early spring. That Kelly green is a color you will want to wear this year to tap into this abundance of energy that you can use to get things done. And this is a year where you will want to grow your business, to grow your children, or perhaps grow food in your garden or your farm. We will all be craving to grow something new in 2024 with this greater vision, a glimpse of something better to come. And we overcome our fears of the future now, and our adventurous spirit finally returns. But there are some pitfalls in a 3 wood star year to be aware of. If your wood element is out of balance, your vision may become clouded. You may get depressed or procrastinate to the point of frustration if you are not tapping into this 3-star energy. You may have self-doubt for not being able to move forward or even see a future at all. Or you may just push too hard, trying to grow something that just isn't meant to be. And if it's not working out, this can lead to a fear of failure if you can't grow forth and you can't achieve your goals as quickly as you like to. And another imbalance of a 3 wood star year is when your anger gets out of control. 3 wood stars rules over anger. And this can limit your progress as well. You can have resistance to growth in a 3 wood star year. And resistance is like kryptonite to this beautiful young spring tree that just wants to grow up and outwards. And resistance can kill your dreams. So you may need to do some kind of energy clearing to remove whatever resistance is blocking you so that you can achieve momentum in 2024. Another imbalance of a 3 wood star year is when your anger gets out of control and it's limiting your progress forward. And 3 wood stars have epic anger. And there can be resistance to your growth as well. Resistance is like kryptonite to this beautiful young spring tree that just wants to grow forth and bud and bloom. But if there's resistance, it's like kryptonite. The tree cannot grow forth. And so resistance kills your dreams. You may need to do some kind of energy clearing or healing work to remove whatever resistance is blocking you so that you can achieve the momentum to go forward with your big plans in 2024. And I'm offering these 9-star key readings right now that include distance Reiki and an energy clearing to clear your path forward. And the link is in the description below. And the organs associated with the 3 wood star are the liver and the gallbladder. And liver can be a place where there is anger residing. If you know somebody who drinks too much, there's like the angry drunk because their liver is so toxic that it brings up anger. And gallbladder is all about making decisions. And so we learn this in Jin Shin Do. You always press the gallbladder point when somebody has a big decision to make. And the liver oversees our planning and execution of our big agendas and how capable we are to make things happen, while the gallbladder is in charge of deciding if it's the right path. So they work very well together in harmony. In a perfect world, the liver and the gallbladder is helping you make decisions about what to do next, and then the liver is helping you have the energy to do the thing. And do you ever wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning like so many of us do? This is the hour of strategic planning, and it is ruled by the liver and the gallbladder and the wood element that rules the 3 wood star. The hours between 11 p.m. through 3 a.m. are ruled by this wood element and the liver. And it includes the energy we use to make big decisions. So you may wake up sometimes in the middle of the night just knowing what to do next to handle a situation. And this energy of strategic planning at 3 a.m., it really comes from our ancestors, the ones who won the wars. They got up at 3 a.m. to plan their attack. If you were going to have a surprise attack on your enemy, you would need to get up at 3 a.m. to plan out your attack so you could get there before dawn. You should always attack before dawn. And if you were going to attack your enemy before dawn, you would need to have your plan of attack all sealed and ready to go by 3 a.m. So the hours between 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. is the time when our minds still want to plan our attack. Because we are the descendants of the ones who won the wars. That's why we're here, right? So, of course, that's why we are hardwired, genetically coded to wake up between 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. to make the big decisions, to plan our attack. It can even be just thinking of what you need at the grocery store these days. But I like to keep a little notebook by my bed and a pen. So if I wake up between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. and I have a great idea, or I kind of think of what I'm going to do next, my plan, my attack, I'll write it down on my notebook and then I can go back to sleep. And speaking of war, the 3 wood star is also known as the warrior. So, indeed, this fast growing tree has an angry, warring, Mars like energy to it. And I'm recording this right now as we have the sun conjunct Mars in Scorpio. And there's a lot of aggressive, warlike energy on our planet. And we are going to see more war, tensions, frustrations, and this battling happening in 2024. I am really sad to say, because that is so in line with the 3 wood star, the warrior. And by 2025, things should calm down as we move into the 2 earth star, the 2 earth mother, which is a more yin, calming energy. And things will calm down in 2025, but I'm afraid that 2024 will have some volatile, aggressive, angry, frustrated energy. And when anger is channeled properly, though, it can be a useful force that pushes us forward in our pursuits, like fighting for justice. We will see a lot of fighting for justice in 2024, especially with the combination of the 3 wood star, full of anger and like wanting to do good things in the world with an angry undertone, and combine with that Libra eclipse portal we're going through in the Western astrology. Libra is all about justice and balance. When these 2 energies combined, there will be a lot of anger, but using your anger for good pursuits in the name of justice. We will see a lot of that in 2024. And properly acknowledging and channeling our anger into making positive changes can be beneficial if we can control our frustrations and balance it out with this forgiveness and understanding to aspire to a state of that divine benevolence and kindness that I'm really hoping we can see on our planet, even as we have this aggressive, frustrated liver energy. But we also have an option to choose benevolence, to have our good deeds be in the name of love and kindness. So this year we may want to give back to our community and do some service for the common good, and serving our community without any benefit to self. Just really giving becomes the ultimate goal for supreme growth, personal growth, by giving to others. And when you tap into this boundless growth energy of a 3 wood star year, you may take on more than you think you can handle, just like a tree rising up and growing so tall in the forest. And you will rise to meet the occasion. But remember, a tree can only grow as tall as its roots dig down into the earth below. So stay rooted, my friends, and grounded, and do your earthing with bare feet on the earth and soil and sand, and just think about digging your roots in deep for as far as you want to grow tall. You have to have a balance between how high you go and how rooted you remain. And some other ways you can ground are just getting out into nature, doing nature therapy, maybe yin yoga, and just nourishing your roots with healthy foods. And all work and no play can be very commonplace in a 3 wood star when we get motivated and we want to do good things and we're just working all the time. But it's just not healthy for your root system. So be sure you take some time off this year, because we may have some growing pains as we're doing too much, and we need to pull back and rest and nourish ourselves. And 3 wood stars are really good at starting something new, but not always good at finishing their projects. So be careful that you're not starting too many things in a 3 wood star that you can't accomplish later on. And so often when we're traveling through a 3 wood star, we get really inspired and we want to do multiple things. But then we may fail because we don't have enough energy to do all the things. So be careful that you just do one thing at a time. And in 2025, we will have a major energetic slowdown. So don't commit to so many things that will take you years out to complete. Try to focus on just what you can get done in this year alone. And we will all have more progress this year and finally feel like we have a clear vision for our path ahead. And we will be able to make plans for the future and execute them with determination and efficiency, and our sense of divine purpose will return in this moment for this life. It's getting clearer now than it has been in years. So there is also a flexibility to our forward momentum as the spring tree is very buoyant. And it can grow past the obstacles that show up and react accordingly to any changing circumstances, just like the 4 wood tree could. Oh, I have a little wish. I'm going to make a wish. I wish for all of you to progress and grow in the 3 wood star. And now I want to talk about how to nourish and support yourself in this 3 wood star that can be, sometimes 3 wood stars can be too much. I feel like that's something I hear sometimes. It's like, you're too much, you do too much, you are too much. And so this year can feel a little bit too much energy for some. And the best way you can align to the energy and support yourself is to drink water. What do trees need? Trees need water and sunlight. Be like a tree, right? Drink lots of water, wear the colors of water. I can't get enough of this turquoise sweater. And of course, I painted my wall turquoise. Water feeds wood, and I just crave the colors of blue and the colors of the ocean. So even being around the colors of water, listening to the sounds of water can be very nourishing in a 3 wood star year. And we just did a recording of a bunch of water sounds because I love to use water sounds in my massage and Reiki healing sessions. And it's the recording is called 1111. We recorded it on November 11th, and I sent distance Reiki to it. And I'll put the link down below if you want to hear sounds of water, of trickling creeks and waterfalls here in the Pacific Northwest. And in the 3 wood star, we will need more exercise than usual. This fast-growing yang energy can fuel our growth, but it can also feel like you've just had too much coffee. And we need to just burn off that hot energy through exercise. And another way to bring that, the yang rising, you can almost feel it's like this creative energy that rises up. And if you get too much yang, I call it yanging out. You can get a headache with too much yang energy up in your head. You're thinking too many thoughts. You have too much of an agenda. And the best way to balance that is to do a hot foot bath and hold a hot cup of tea in your hands. That will bring that hot energy down into your extremities. Get your extremities warm with a hot foot bath and some hot tea in your hands, and just sit and be quiet. Something that is hard for 3 wood stars, but really getting that heat to your extremities will bring that yang energy down. And earthing, as I said before, with bare feet in the soil or the sand. And gardening can also be a great way to nourish your roots. Getting out into the garden, growing food in your yard can be a great way to resonate with this growth cycle. And wearing the colors of trees, that Kelly green. I love to dress like I am a tree some days when I want to tap into my growth energy. I will wear a Kelly green shirt with dark brown soil colored pants, and maybe also wearing turquoise and blue, as I was saying, to be the water element that feeds wood. Avoid red. The color red is fire, and fire, of course, destroys wood. And so red can feel like red is just going to make you even more yang and hot. And I love to wear red, but I do it in small doses because it does burn the tree. And read more books this year. Wood elements love to learn, so tap into your wood element by reading more or just take a class to learn something fun. And consume foods and drinks that nourish the liver, like artichokes, olive oil, sauerkraut, oatmeal, and my all-time favorite is coffee. Coffee is actually good for your liver, and you should avoid, though, too much alcohol, sugar, or processed foods. Those are very toxic to the liver, and that's going to give you that imbalanced wood element if you do too much alcohol, sugar, or processed foods. And if you want to learn how to manifest money, love, or maybe your dream home in this 3 wood star, you're in luck, because the wood element of 2024 is one of the most resourceful elements we have in the 9-star key for making 2024 one of our best opportunities to really go after your dreams and make them come true. And you've got to quit trying so hard, though. Trying so hard is too earth energy. It's that pushing upward energy. We got to release the resistance so that you can allow the good things to come to you naturally. A spring tree doesn't try to grow, remember? It just allows nature to take its course. And before you know it, it's growing tall and branching out and blooming. So do less efforting and tap into more allowing the energy to come through this year, allowing spirit to surprise and delight you, getting into that receptive mode where you can receive all that you desire. And releasing your resistance is number 1, to allow you to receive what the universe is already trying to give you if you could just overcome your resistance by doing some energy clearing or some healing or just letting that resistance go. And how do you release resistance? Well, first you have to figure out what your resistance is. So you can try some automatic writing with the journal. That's what I love to do when I'm trying to figure out what my resistance is, where you simply ask yourself, what is blocking my path forward? What is this rock or obstacle that I can't grow past? And you just take out a journal and a pen and you just see what comes through. Do you have a fear of money? Maybe that's your resistance, and so write about it. Do you have a limiting story that maybe you inherited from your parents? Maybe that will show up. Just write about it. If you feel like you need to reprogram your brain to get into the receiving mode, to get past that resistance, we did a really fun video called Making Money While You Sleep, and I will link to that too in the description down below, where you can reprogram your brain to overcome resistance. And this is something I work on all the time. My husband's always like, I can't believe how much you work on reprogramming your brain. And I think, well, I spent 20 years with my mother who filled my brain with limiting stories about how you work so hard and there's never enough and all these fear-based, I'm not sure we're going to make it kind of stories. So I have had to reprogram my brain to get past that resistance. And I've used Reiki and energy clearing to clear out those blocks. And once you clear out all the resistance to your growth forward, you will see there is nothing you need to do to grow more abundance or to receive the love and all the good things that you want to call in. You can simply be like that early spring tree and just grow tall and branch out and bloom. And you will become bigger than you could have ever imagined when you get past your resistance. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous 2024 year. And be sure to like, subscribe, and comment.